Hello, my name is Caitlin Coyrell, and I would like to show you my block mesh for my level. My level is meant to demonstrate you being on a snowy mountain where the goal is to light 5 torches in order to get into the cabin that's on the other side of the level. The player has 3 paths to go on. The the mountain cavern, the side of the mountain, which requires a lot of platforming, and the mine shaft. I consider the mountain cavern to be the golden path, so we'll go through there first. Now, the first thing that you may notice is that, well, one, you're gonna have to do some platforming, and two, you may notice some lit torches in the level. These aren't meant to be lit in the final product. It's just that you didn't I didn't program any mechanics as of right now, but the, that'll be fixed in the next iteration of this level. The player can jump across can jump across the platforms, and they're supposed to interact with these torches as is a part of their main objective. Now you may also notice these blue squares. This is meant to simulate the icy floor, which if you know anything about ice physics makes movement less fluid, we'll say. You may have also noticed the blue under the platforms. This is meant to represent freezing water, which if the player ends up, let's say, falling in the water, then they're meant to die and respawn in the last checkpoint, which will probably be here in this instant. But anyways, the player jumps around, lights torches as their main objective, and reach to the other side where they reach the next part of the cavern, which has more torches as part of their main objective, but also another area which is a part one of their side objectives, the secret room, where you're supposed to solve a puzzle and then collect the mountain's ruby here. This is meant to represent that. Another side objective that I failed to mention since I didn't have time to simulate or at least have the asset ready was to collect lost belongings that you'll find along the paths, whatever path the player chooses. That's another side objective. But anyway, once the player lit 5 torches and they reach the other side, they can interact with the dwarf, which is meant to be here, but once again, that's meant to be for the next iteration. And then access their home and the level will be complete. Let me quickly go back to demonstrate the other paths as they all contain the same objective and side objective. They're just done differently. This has a little bit of platforming, but plenty of time to explore and such, like half and half. But what if you want to do more platforming? Well, this is the spot. This is meant to be the hardest of the three, in my opinion, as it focuses a lot more on platforming. As you can see, I nearly fell down there. But you reach a small rest area. There's torching lit light. There's a lost belonging you can collect, let's say here. You do more platforming. I'm trying to be very fast about this. You've reached the next rest area, light another torch, gather another lost belonging, and then do the same here. Find the lost torch, a secret path which leads to the secret room, and collecting the mountain's ruby, which if I can make it there real quick. Ta-da! I made sure the player can fit in here. Uh-oh. Now, if I had the freezing water pit and ready, if this would be a death, but yeah. You were supposed to light the torches there, but yeah. Now for the final path the player can go on if they so choose, which is the mine shaft path, which is focused less on platforming and more on the. This is probably the easiest one of the three. You fall down here. There's some very simple platforming, but to make up for it, there's plenty of more icy platforms, especially where places where You have to light the torches as part of your main objective. Collect the lost belongings too, there's plenty more of that. Reach a small rest stop. These mine carts are meant to point towards where the player needs to go. I tried to simulate darkness since in the next iteration these torches won't be lit. They're just lit right now to demonstrate the lighting torches mechanic. But yes, so consider this to be simulating fake darkness. What I'm trying to say. Wait, the secret room with the mountain ruby. Once the player has lit all of the torches that part of their main objective, collect any lost belongings they find as a side objective. They make it down here. They climb the stairs and make it to the cabin. That's pretty much it what I have in mind. In the next iteration, I'll be sure to have the mechanics for the lighting torches, collecting the lost belongings, the freezing water pits, as well as getting the puzzle rooms to actually look like puzzle rooms. So that's basically all I have to showcase. Thank you for watching.